Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I am Madhurima Sharma and today we will do part 2 of models of mass communication. We have discussed Aristotle model of communication, Lasswell, Shannon and Weaver, and next model we will do George Gardner model of communication. So he stressed the dynamic nature of communication in his work and also the factor affecting the reliability of communication. So how reliable is the communication or message? So here you can see figure in which there is a horizontal flow of message and the vertical flow of message, and there are two dimensions. First is perceptual dimension and means and control dimension. Let's start with perceptual dimension. So here in figure you can see E is an event. Okay, E is the event and the event content or message is perceived by the M. Here you can see M, E is the event, M is the person who is perceiving the event E. Now what he perceived, the perceived message from E by M is E1. So here you can see E1 is the perceived message by the M. Here M can be machine or the man. Because any man or machine cannot perceive the whole event, they perceive only a part of event. तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि whatever is happening in the event, each and everything he will perceive. So he perceive only part of it, that is E1. Now, and this is known as perceptual dimension. तो यहाँ पे आप देखो, this is the perceptual dimension. The three factor involved between E and M is the selection, context and availability. So these are the factor which comes between E and M, that is first is selection, context and availability. As M, machine or man, cannot perceive the entire content of the event E, M selects the interesting or needed content from entire event after filtering the others. So he may filter. The context occur in the event and the availability is based on the M's attitude, mood, culture, personality. Okay. For example, a journalist perceives message from an event and cannot focus on the whole event, so they can filter the unwanted content from the event. And this filtered content is not the same as the actual event content because a journalist edits the content based on his attitude, mood, cultural background or the press policies. So this is the reason why he filters the message, and now the event E become the perceived event, that is E1. So next is, after the perception of the event, the next dimension is means and control dimension. This is the vertical dimension. That means the message flow from ME1 to SE2. What is S and E2 here? Let's start. Now E2 is the content, event content which is drawn by M. First he perceived the message from E to event. Now he is drawing the content. Now it's become even. Here M become the source of the message. Now you can see from in the message. Now here M is the source of message. Okay. M is the source of message about event E and send it to someone else. Now M creates a statement or signal about the message and the Gardner term its form and content as SE2. So this is SE2, form and content. S is the signal or form it takes and E2 is the extracted content. Here content E2 is structured or formed as by M and it can communicate in different way or based on the structured way. So M has to use channels to send the message over which he has greater or lesser degree of control. The question of control relates to M degree of skill in using the communication channel. Now whatever content he perceive from event E, now for transmission of that message he will select the channel. It depends upon the M's perception. So if using verbal channel, how good he is at using word. if using the internet, how good he is using the technology and words. And this process can be extended to infinitum by adding on other receiver M2, M3, and who have different perception, SE3 and SE4. So here SE2 become SE3, SE4. Like this, the person who perceives the message, now he transmit message differently according to his perception. So for instance, in case of news reporting, E can be any event that has happened and the reporter M selects a particular part of event that may provide his channel higher rating, or news may boost the particular party which has channel support. Now this SE2 is sent through the medium to the mass media. Now this one or more member of audience M1 may distribute the message SE2 to their friend and their interpretation, and the process continues. So like this, people will add the perception. Now M say M1 will become, then M2 will become. So like this, people will transmit the message according to his perception. Now what he understood, what he interpret, then he will transmit the message, and according to the receiver of that message, he will again perceive it and again send it to the other audience. So this is the Gerbner model of communication. Next model of communication is Bruce H. Westley and M.S. MacLean model of communication. So this is the extension of Newcomb model and is specifically adapted for mass media. So this model is for the mass media only, and it is based on and the assumption that message in mass communication pass through a different checkpoint called gatekeeper before they are actually received by audience. So first we should see the diagram or the figure of the model. So here you can see x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 and extended to xn infinity, and A, C, B. Let's discuss what these are. A here is a sender. So now you can see A is the sender. Okay, like reporter who receives the message from many sources x1, x2, x3, x4 और xn. तो यहाँ पे जो x1, x2, x3 है, these are the news sources, maybe press release, maybe from news agency, maybe कोई रिपोर्टर जो रिसीव कर रहा है from the event, कोई कहीं से इंटरव्यू मिल रहा है उसको, वो हो सकता है. And C, according to his perception of event, write a report and send it to the gatekeeper C, who perform the editorial communicating function. अब ये जो A है, who is the reporter, he will give the जो written piece of information to the C. तो ये C will filter it out before reaching to the audience. तो ये C according to the newspaper policy और audience को क्या मुझे communicate करना है, he will decide only. So this is why the C is also known as gatekeeper. So between A and B, here you can see in diagram, between A and B there is a C who act as a gatekeeper or a filter between the sender and the receiver of the message. Okay, so now the gatekeeper C who perform the editorial communicating function, that is the process of deciding what and how to communicate. So C, therefore, keeping the specific audience in mind, may emphasize or de-emphasize a certain point in the message to strike a balance and send it to the audience B. Okay, now the audience therefore receive the reporters and editor version of the day's event and not necessarily what may be the reality. अब तो what B will receive is according to the C, क्योंकि C ने filter out the information. In fact, interposed between sender and audience are editor, whether in print, journalism, film, TV or radio, who act as a gatekeeper, determine what the public read, listen or to watch. Therefore, audience exposure to an event reality is in the gatekeeper hand. यहाँ पे एक एग्जाम्पल ले लो, जैसे सेंसर बोर्ड होता है, तो फिल्म बनाया, अडॉप्टेड है कहीं से फिल्म का आइडिया, ना फिल्म में कुछ रियलिटी है जो वी कैन नॉट शो टू द ऑडियंस, तो यहाँ पे सेंसर बोर्ड जो फिल्टर आउट करेगा. Now the drawback to this model is that it applies only to mass media and fail to take account to the relationship between the mass media and the other system through which we fit into the society like family, work, friendship, school, trade union, etc. तो ये जो है मॉडल, दिस इज ओनली फॉर मास मीडिया, तो it will only applicable to mass media, not for the interpersonal or intrapersonal or any other kind of communication. Next model is David Berlow model of communication, which was given in 1960. So this model is stress on the relationship between the person sending the message and the receiver, to the sender and the receiver. According to this model, for a message to be properly encoded and decoded, the communication skill of both the source and receiver should be good. तो दोनों ही skilled होने चाहिए, the person who are sending the message and the person who is receiving. And the communication will be at its best only if the two are skilled. दोनों skilled होने चाहिए at the same level actually. Let's see its figure. Here you can see we have components and sub-components of this model: source, message, channel and receiver. The source will encode the message which passes through the channel and then the receiver decodes the message. Okay, यहाँ feedback का कोई concept नहीं है. And here you can see the source is a component and its sub-components are like communication skill, attitude, knowledge, social system and culture. Message में it has content, element, treatment, structure and code. Channels में देखो hearing, seeing, touching, smelling and tasting. रिसीवर के जो सब कंपोनेंट्स हैं इट इज़ सेम एज द सोर्स. तो यहाँ पे दोनों के स्किल बिल्कुल भी सेम होने चाहिए. देन ओनली द कम्युनिकेशन विल टेक्स प्लेस अकॉर्डिंग टू SMCR मॉडल. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इट्स सब कंपोनेंट्स. So the source, its sub-components like communication skill, it is the individual skill to communicate, ability to read, write, speak, listen, etc. Attitude, the attitude toward the audience, subject and toward oneself. For example, the student, the attitude is to learn, and for teacher want to help them. Knowledge, means the knowledge about the subject is one going to communicate for. For example, whatever teacher communicate in the class about a subject, so having knowledge in what you are communicating. तो टीचर को नॉलेज ऑब्वियसली होना चाहिए. सोशल सिस्टम, द सोशल सिस्टम इंक्लूड द वेरियस एस्पेक्ट इन सोसाइटी लाइक वैल्यू, बिलीफ, कल्चर, ट्रेडिशन, जनरल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ सोसाइटी. इट इज़ वेयर द कम्युनिकेशन टेक्स प्लेस. एंड द कल्चर ऑफ गिवन सोसाइटी ऑल्सो कम्स अंडर द सोशल सिस्टम ओनली. कल्चर जो है उसको भी ध्यान में रखते हुए कम्युनिकेशन वी कम्युनिकेट. ओके. मैसेज में कंटेंट, एलिमेंट, ट्रीटमेंट, स्ट्रक्चर एंड कोड. कंटेंट इज द मैसेज कंप्राइज ऑफ इट्स कंटेंट. ओके, कंटेंट होता है मैसेज में, क्या कंटेंट वी आर ट्रांसमिटिंग टू दी ऑडियंस डिसाइड करना पड़ता है. एलिमेंट्स लाइक लैंग्वेज, जेस्चर, बॉडी लैंग्वेज, तो ये सब जो नॉन वर्बल क्यूज़ है वो कैसे उसको ऐड करना है. ट्रीटमेंट, इट रिफर्स टू द पैकिंग ऑफ द मैसेज, द वे इन विच द मैसेज इज कन्वे और द वे इन विच द मैसेज इज पास्ड और ऑन टू डिलीवर, लाइक रिटन करना है, ओरली करना है. स्ट्रक्चर, द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ मैसेज, हाउ इट इज़ अरेंज्ड एंड सीक्वेंस, ये भी डिसाइड करना पड़ता है. एंड द कोड ऑफ द मैसेज मीन हाउ इट इज़ सेंट एंड इन व्हाट फॉर्म, like it could be in language, body language, gesture, music, even culture is a code. Okay, so this you give the message through which the communication takes place or being reached. So these are the sub component of message कि कैसे message हमने encode करना है. Channel, it refers to the five senses. We know our five senses. We have five sense organ: ears, eyes, skin, tongue. Okay, so like hearing, seeing, touching, smelling and tasting. Despite not mentioning a medium, we need to assume that as communication is taking place can be any of the five senses or combination. ज़रूरी नहीं है कोई एक सेंस हो, it can be more than one, more than two also. Now next is receiver. The receiver need to have all the features of the source and he is referred to the decode, who receive the message and decode it. तो यहाँ जो रिसीवर है इस मॉडल में जो रिसीवर का स्किल है इट शुड बी सेम एज द सेंडर. So this model suggests that for an effective communication to take place, the source and the receiver should be similar and need to be on the same level. For example, if communication skill on the source side are good, then the receiver should have equally good listening skill. Okay, तो सेम लेवल का होना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट मॉडल इज डांस हेलिक्स मॉडल. So it was given by Frank Dance in 1967. Frank Dance explains the communication process based on this helix structure. The bottom or starting is very small, then it gradually moves upward in a back and forth circular motion, forming a bigger circle in a top. And helix is a three-dimensional object with a shape like that of a smooth curve that goes upward and also come downward. First of all, see its structure, then you will understand. This is the helix structure. So according to Frank Dance, the communication will go like this. Okay. The whole process takes time. तो इसी structure में देखो, अगर communication it will start from here, तो धीरे 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 it will broaden. So just as a helix, the communication process starts very slowly, defined by a small circle, and the communicators share only a portion of information, and this gradually develops into a next level, expanding its boundary, but this will take some time. Later the communicator commit more and share more information, and something happens over time, and subsequent event will be based on the first event. So slowly it will go to top. Now, this theory of communication was the subject of a number of experiments. Even though this model of communication clarifies everything, there is a problem of oversimplification. Oversimplify किया गया है. And the key point says what is communicated now will influence the structure and content of communication later on, and time is most important element in this communication process. So this is all about the helix model of communication. So it will take time. Okay, once the communicator will start the message, then slowly it will broaden, and it will understood by the audience. Okay, so thank you very much. This is the part 2 of theory of model of mass communication. Hope you like this video. Thank you.